What's up, y'all? It's your boy eBay Fight Predictions, and we got some breaking news for y'all. And yeah, man, this is gonna be a bit of a longer show. We got a few fight announcements. I know you see on the thumbnail, it only sees one fight announcement, one fight rumor. But yeah, we got a lot, so we got three. But we start off this one, my personal favorite one. You might guys be like, oh, what's wrong with eBay? But Santiago Ponzinibbio versus Muslim Salikov has been announced for January 16 and 2021. This is a great fight. Um, Santiago has been out for like maybe it's 2 years, right? 2 years. He's been out for 2 years. Um, I, you know, man, I remember they had announced him for a fight against Robbie Lawler. I think 245. And my God, Robbie Lawler's life was saved that day, dude. I think Santiago Ponzinibbio is so good, man. You know, he got wins over Gunnar Nelson, Mike Perry, Neil Magny. I know those names aren't the greatest, but when he did it, it meant something. And you know, I think the one that's aged really well is the Neil Magny victory, man. Neil's on a like a I think 3 fight win streak, right? He got wins over the Li Ji Lang kid. Um, I think who else did he beat? He beat Robbie and he beat somebody else. I think I'm forgetting their name. I forget the other guy he beat. It was on the UFC 250 card. I forgot their name. Someone let me know. But yeah, that guy, it looked phenomenal. Dude, his performance against Neil Magny was just so. It was just a blowout from round one to round four. He destroyed him. He dissected him. I think the way he switched his stances, his overall game, his kicking game, his boxing, everything is just on point. It's really good. I always thought he was a top five guy, circling around 6 and 7 in the rankings. But uh, honestly, man, and nothing against Muslim Salikov, but I really do think Santiago is gonna run through this guy. Muslim Salikov is a really good striker. He's had some pretty impressive knockouts, I'll say that. But I did think Zaleski Dos Santos beat him in his last fight, but it was a good fight. I do think there are some holes in his game, but it is what it is. But I think it's going to be a great fight for welterweight. I think it helps the division, but I think Santiago is going to take it down. But I obviously I got to watch more tape on these guys, so I'm not going to give a. That's not my just straight up prediction, but it's my, I guess, early feelings about. I guess you could call it early prediction, but yeah. But next up, an awesome fight. We got Stephen Thompson versus Jeff Neal, targeted for UFC Fight Night, December 19th. Dude, this is a awesome fight. Jeff Neal hasn't fought since he's knocked out Mike Perry actually. So this is gonna be a pretty awesome fight. I think I I've never been the biggest Jeff Neal fan. I picked against him as I picked against him against when he fought Nico Price. I thought Nico was gonna beat him, and I thought Perry was gonna beat him, and he's proven me wrong. Nico, I felt like he kind of proved a point to me, or he proved me kind of right, where I feel like he's not the best guy in the world. I think he's a little overrated, but the skills are there, and I do understand the hype. He does have a lot of power. He does go to a good gym in Fortis MMA, so those guys are kind of popping. But I do think he's a little overrated. I do think he's very offensive, but when you put the offense, and he's actually somewhat good defensively sometimes, but if you do put the offense on him and you put it bad on, he doesn't react the best. And I think Wonder Boy is one of those guys that I feel like can put it on him. But Wonder Boy has to be kind of perfect. He can't get caught with anything wild. Um, I kind of wanted to see Jeff Neal versus Vicente Luque. I feel like Vicente Luque is a better matchup to beat Neal. I think Neal, he doesn't do well with guys that aren't kind of scared of his power. The guys that put him in a brawl. I don't want to say that I see a lot of people going with Wonder Boy, but you know, obviously the fight hasn't happened, or it's not even close to happening. But I will say one thing: Neal does have a decent chance in this fight. I will give him some respect there, um, because this isn't Wonder Boy isn't one of those guys that will get in a brawl with you. He'll just I won't say point fight on you, but he'll outclass you, and that's what usually he'll do. And so really, if Jeff Neal just gets a kick out or throws a really good punch and he catches Wonder Boy, he might take him out. Wonderboy doesn't have the greatest chin in the world, you know. Vicente Luque is, I mean, you know, he's a powerful striker, right? He has a lot of power, but he's more of a power volume guy. Neil is a knockout artist. To all his respect, I will say that he is a straight up knockout artist. What he did to Frank Camacho was murder. That was murder. So I will say that this is what makes it somewhat. I know a lot of people are kind of going almost like 90% Wonder Boy and like 10% Neil. I got this more 60-40. I don't. I think Wonder Boy should be the favorite, but it's a great fight. But next up we got Costa, Paulo Costa saying that him and Robert Whittaker's it's very close to being made and it's in the works. This is an interesting fight. I think some people are saying this might be for an interim title. I'd be kind of against it. Um, Loki just seeing the way how Costa got both these guys got destroyed by Adesanya. Y'all know me. I like Costa. Wasn't the biggest fan of him in the beginning, but after the Yoel fight, I was like, you know what? I can't even hate on him. That was a great fight. But then, I did famously or infamously pick him against Adesanya, and he destroyed him and raped him and assaulted him. And you know, I I had to apologize for that one, but I think Costa he's not done. I don't think he's done. I think Henry Cejudo talked about it. I think he said something really special. He talked about, he had to really lose in a big spotlight to turn that next corner, right? Because he was already good, but to become great, he needed some extra motivation to never feel that feeling. And I think that's what Costa's going through. Costa never, obviously this is all like, it's easy to say it now. I wasn't saying it before, but Costa didn't have the ring time like Adesanya. He doesn't have the time, and when he gets that experience, I thought they were gonna give him Derek Brunson. I thought that was the fight to make. I think that was a good fight for Costa. I think a easy guy to just basically sprawl and brawl with. But Whittaker's and also he's another guy I'm not the biggest fan of, but you know they're both guys at a really high level. I'll say that, but obviously Whittaker has the experience, but he's also another guy. I feel like I saw the best Robert Whittaker against Yoel Romero in the first fight. I get it. He looked amazing against Jared Cannonier, and he proved me wrong. I will say that. But there were certain things he did in that fight that was just insanity. You know, he like in the third round, he dropped him right, and he let him up basically. Well, he went for his back. He basically jumped for it, right? And then basically it was easy for Jared just to get back up, and Jared clipped him in the third, almost rocked him, right? But then Fight IQ, right, came in and he went for a takedown, which I'm happy about. But Whitaker is obviously compensating for something. He's using his wrestling to compensate for his ability to take damage. So he's a little better from when he fought from Romero to Adesanya, right? Like the second Romero fight to Adesanya, I thought he was done, man. I thought he just couldn't take damage anymore, or he couldn't take a shot like he used to. Now he's come back with a different style. I would say he's adding more wrestling to his game, and that was one of the things that infuriated me about Whitaker was that he wasn't adding wrestling to his game. When you can make the Olympic Australian wrestling team and you don't go for one fucking takedown, you don't even feint takedown attempts. Like, come on, dude. Like, what are you doing? So now he's using it, but he's not like he has to. It's almost like he gets clipped, and that's when he starts using it. And that's what's crazy about it. I think Robert should be the favorite, but also I do think this can be a really competitive fight. I don't want to see people thinking that Robert is gonna smoke Costers. I think this is gonna be a competitive fight, and I think this is a big mistake by Robert to take this as third fight, stuff like that. It's a hard one to pick when you really think about it, but it's a great fight. But that's it for me. Bracket news is over. So some pretty good news. There's only one really official announcement. It's really the Santiago Ponzinibbio and Muslim Salikov fight that's really official. The rest of these are in the works and they're targets. So if they don't happen, it is what it is. I don't really like doing that with these kind of videos. I like it when it's like official, but I wanted to get Santiago in this video, and I knew that I need some extra to to talk about. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Go follow my Twitter and my Instagram, and eBay predictions is out.